Hello students, just I'll brief out what are the topics we have discussed so far in object oriented concepts. So module 1, that is about the introduction to object oriented concept. So that is from first textbook, which totally based on the C++ concept. So this is what we have discussed in the month of February, so during pre-lockdown period only. Then classes and objects, the continuation, as you can see here, hope it is visible, isn't it? Module 1 is introduction, then module 2 is classes and objects, the continuation. So object and array definition, namespaces, nested class, constructor and destructor concept with respect to C++, as well as introduction part for the Java. That is what module 2, okay, till control statement, that if else statements, loops as well as switch statement. So those things belongs to module 2. Then module 3 is also completed. Just go through the concepts, you will come to know. So classes, inheritance and exception handling, module 3, which contains 3 parts: continuation of classes, then discussion about inheritance, as well as the exception handling. Declaration of the constructor with respect to Java here, this keyword, garbage collection and so on. Then inheritance basics, simple inheritance and multi-level inheritance. Then using super, okay, method overriding. These are the topics we have discussed already. Watch my previous videos, and I told you to note down the contents of the video in your notes as well. I have shared the screenshot of the program while discussing the topic. Then finally we have discussed about the exception handling concepts, right? So exception handling basically contains 5 different keywords: try, then catch. Apart from them, we have one more block finally, then 2 statements, throw as well as throws. Throw, which is used to raise the exception manually; throws, which list out the number of method, or we list out the method which can throw the number of different types of the exception. Okay, let's continue our discussion. Module 4, see, go through the syllabus. Module 4, which tells you about the packages and interfaces. Packages and interfaces, as well as multi-threaded programming. Hello students, so I'll be discussing about the packages and interfaces. I'll continue with that. After that, some of the important topics of multi-threaded programming I'll discuss. Then finally I'll switch to the module 5, because compared to module 4, module 5 is easier. Okay, first 3 modules are of course the basic things or fundamental things. All the fundamental things are included in first 3 modules. First 3 modules, all the fundamental things are included. So you must study all the things to understand the remaining modules, 4th as well as 5th. Okay, I'll be continuing with the 4th. Then around 50 to 60% of 4th module I'll cover. Then I'll switch to module 5. I'll let you know once I switch to module 5. Fine. Let's begin with the packages and interfaces then. So just observe chapter number 9 as well as chapter number 11 you have to study from the complete reference, Java complete reference textbook. So let us begin with module 4, chapter number 9, packages and interfaces. Okay, this chapter examines 2 of Java's most innovative features. One is package, second one is the interface. Hope it is visible. Packages are containers for classes that are used to keep the class namespace compartmentalized. Okay, the meaning I'll let you know while explaining the things with respect to the package. For example, a package allows you to create a class name. Say, let the name of the class is list, which you can store in your own package without concern that it will collide with some other class name list stored elsewhere. So especially this package, try to understand the statement. This the concept of package is used to avoid the name collision. Okay, to avoid the name collision, this package acts as a container. So you are creating, as per the statement, you are creating a class. What is the name of the class? Class name is list. So this class name list, that will be stored in some packages. So you are accessing the contents from only from the particular package. Elsewhere, if you have saved another class with the same name list, this won't affect the particular class what you have created already. That won't affect the new class what you are going to create now, because of the similarity in the name. Okay, to avoid the name collision, earlier we have discussed about the namespaces. Recall, we have discussed about the namespaces in case of our C++. Module 1, recall the things. Okay, I think module 1 or continuation of C++, which is done at the first of module 2. You can go through those concepts. To avoid the name collision, we have introduced a concept called as namespaces, and now we are speaking about the package. Package acts as a container, okay, especially to avoid the name collision it is used, and there are many other applications of the packages that we will be discussing further. Okay, then the second important feature, that is interface. Okay, in the previous chapters we have gone through the methods. Just go through the statement methods which defines the interfaces to the data in a class. Through the use of interface keyword, Java allows you to fully abstract the interface from its implementation. Using interface, you can specify a set of methods that can be implemented by one or more classes. Please try to understand the concept. Okay, with the help of the interface, a single interface can be implemented by more than one class. Try to understand. In an interface which can have any number of can define any number of methods in it or functions in it, and from the different classes, whenever you are trying to access to the same function, you can simply implement those interfaces what is created. Okay, please remember, it is like a class module only. Implement this interface is like a class module only, but it will be containing some methods. Okay, if you want to use some methods as a common method for more than one class, say 2 or more different kinds of the class, you just implement the existing interface. That is what one of the application of the interface. Okay, that is what the introduction part. Let us continue our discussion in the next video. Watch the videos again. Okay, note down the contents.